Good evening, everyone. This meeting has come to order on October 9th. Thank you. Would you please roll call, please?
Commissioner Flores?
Here.
Commissioner Lance?
Present.
Commissioner Meyer?
Here.
Commissioner Sanchez?
Here.
Chairman Lozano?
Here. Thank you very much. Myrna, would you like to start us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I know. Everything is hard.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Okay. Has everyone had a chance to look at the minutes from the last meeting? Are there any changes or comments? We're all good. So they are approved. Do we have any public comment slips? I know, I can't see anyone. Well, our new business is we need to select a new vice chairman. And does anyone have any nominations in mind?
Actually, I do.
Okay.
A month ago, 2 months ago, Councilwoman Pye reselected Walt to join us back on this commission. And I don't think there's anything that speaks any louder than experience. And for that reason, after talking with him, I know he's been on the commission before. He's got a very strong background in law enforcement. And my recommendation would be to nominate him to fill that position.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
1, 2,
Aye.
3, aye.
Plus, he's already in the seat.
Okay, I'll do it.
You're not leaving, buddy.
Yeah, but you're going to be here every week, right? Or every month, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Till it's over.
please.
I think I've been here every month for how many?
And that makes me very happy, yes.
Okay, thank you. Do we vote up here somewhere on the?
Yep, I just sent it to you for
Oh, there it is, okay. Thank you very much.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, Vice Chairman, I'll be calling you.
You got my number.
Well, we're rushing right to the Animal Control Monthly Report. And there you are.
Good evening, Commissioners. So we'll start with Animal Control. Animal Control, we had a total of 130, that's actually wrong. We had 82 service requests. I'm sorry for that mistake right there. We did a total of 62 intakes. We had a total of 9 animals returned to their owner, 10 adoptions, 5 sent to rescue, 41 animals were sent to the vet, 11 dead on arrivals. We didn't have any animals pass away in our care. We had 3 animals that were euthanized. We issued 7 licenses and issued a total of 12 citations. We did receive a litter of newborn puppies that required bottle feeding and intensive care during this time. Our dedicated staff, through their efforts, the puppies were successfully nurtured back to health and we're currently being housed at our facility until they're ready for adoption. We had a hearing held for 2 of our animals that are currently in our care. The hearing officer ruled in the favor of the city, allowing Animal Care and Control to place these animals with the rescue organization or adopt them to permanent homes beginning October 31st. We also did 3 adoption events throughout various cities around the community to try to promote our dogs. And that's going to conclude my animal control report, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, but what kind of puppies are these?
I have no idea. I got handed them with a box and their umbilical cord still attached.
Oh,
So they were like 1, maybe 2 days old. They're doing fine now.
well, that's good. Do you get a lot of people that do want to at least come by and see what's available?
You know, it really varies. It's hard to judge. There's sometimes we have a handful of people one week and we'll get 15 emails one week. It really matters. It can't really judge, there's not really an average. It's all over the place.
Well, I thank you very much. It's always a good report. Thank you. And next, what do we have next?
Code compliance.
I know,
I was,
I know. Just,
I was going to ask one quick question.
sure, okay. I'm sorry. Our new vice chairman has a question for you.
Yes, sir.
I'm just curious, you did a hearing, and I mean, I didn't know you guys did hearings, so could maybe you explain what the hearing, why you have a hearing, or what goes along with that, so maybe we kind of understand
Yeah,
that?
no, of
Thank you.
course, of course. That's why I'm here, to answer these questions. So,
Yeah.
so a hearing in animal control, in this particular case, we seized a few animals. Whenever you're seizing animals because of like, let's say neglect or something like that, you have to hold a hearing. You have to initiate a hearing within 48 hours to the animal owner to tell them to get before a hearing officer and gain like custody of the dog. Is the best way to put it, until the entirety of that case, or depending on what's going on, we might gain permanent custody of that dog. It allows us to make medical decisions on their behalf. Sometimes, in this case, I'm trying to make it so we can adopt the dog out or send it to a rescue. There could be criminal cases involved where we have to do a hearing just so we can keep the dog while this is going on. So that's kind of where this one initiated from and led to this. So now I'm able, come October 31st, I will be able to either send these dogs to rescue or place them in a permanent home.
That makes sense, I didn't know that, that's cool, thank you.
Yeah.
So where are these hearings?
The hearings, they can be via Zoom or they can be in the conference room. It's a
Oh.
third-party hearing officer that comes out
Oh,
and does the hearing for us, so it's non-biased.
oh, thank you very much. Good job.
Thank you.
Now, how about code compliance?
We'll move on to code compliance. So for the month of September, code compliance had a total of 157 service requests. We completed 411 inspections, issued 143 notices of violations, 38 citations,
I don't know what I meant.
totaling $36,600. We opened a total of 97 cases. Code compliance officer Brock, she took on a case it was one that she inherited from me. I opened the case a few years ago for a property that was struck by a vehicle. Well, when this building was struck by the vehicle, it ended up having trespassers constantly inside the property while it was red tagged. Property ended up, ultimately, the property sold to somebody who could fully rehab the property. So through all these efforts over these years, trying to maintain the property, trying to keep the safety violations away, it sold, they rehabbed the property, and we were able to say that the case is now closed. So that was a huge win for our code compliance. Compliance officers Michael and Randy, they collaborated to achieve a compliance on a long-standing neglected vacant parcel. This parcel is probably our most dumped parcel inside the entire city. It's down over by the freeway. This parcel, I watched it grow the years I was here, and we really couldn't do much. We tried everything we could. Finally, we were able to break through the property owner and explain to them that the concerns that we had over there, he agreed with us, and he collaborated with us on a schedule to get this property cleaned, and now it is a beautiful vacant lot. So it looks great out there. Compliance officer Human was able to bring a severely dilapidated residential property into compliance. It made a huge impact around to the surrounding properties. I put photos, before and after photos at the end of this report. And then our AVA officer Chafin was able to close 40 abandoned vehicle cases. These vehicles were all either towed by the compliance department or towed away by the registered owner or repaired by the owner, so they're no longer fit the abandoned category. And that's going to conclude my code compliance report, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Just think that the before and after pictures are always so wonderful, and you guys are doing such a great job. It's not easy, especially with those cars you had to tow and figure out what to do. How long do you wait for, like, say, the registered owner to contact you back?
It's going to depend on the case.
Oh, okay.
And everything is always so case driven. It depends on what's going on out there, what the safety violations are. Are there safety violations? Can it be something that can wait a little longer? What's the urgency behind it?
Oh, right.
With these vehicles, we do reach out to the property that it's on, so the owner of the property that it's on. We reach out to the registered owner of the vehicle as well with notices to try to get them to remove it or repair it themselves. So we send them a courtesy, then we'll send a final, we'll send citations. After that, we get a warrant to have these vehicles towed.
Oh, wow. A lot of work.
there's a lot of steps, but thankfully I have a great team of officers behind me that make it easy on my side, so.
That's wonderful. That's great. Thank you very much. Any other questions or comments? No. Okay, moving along here to the fire department. Who is here?
It appears that the fire is not present tonight.
Do we know why, or
I haven't heard anything from Chief White.
do we have anyone that reads their report, or we can just read it ourselves? Is that it? Okay. What am I doing here? Okay. Wow. Police department. Where is Stephen Shaw? Is he still on vacation?
I don't know if he's on vacation, but he's not here. So for you people that don't know me, I'm Chris Saucier. I'm a sergeant with the department. I've been here about 12 years. And so Chief Shaw asked me to fill in for him tonight. So
Well, that was nice.
you have me.
Thank you.
All right. So for September, we had a total of, well, I'll go over some of the patrol stats, and then I'll go over some of the crime stats and some changes that we saw. For September, we saw a total of 3,098 events that were logged. And by events, that means calls for service or officer-initiated calls, traffic collisions, traffic stops, all those kinds of things. So a total of 2,065 calls for service were received in September, 971 separate officer-initiated calls, and then 62 traffic accidents. Out of the
That's a lot.
officer-initiated incidents, traffic stops accounted for 210 of those. 542 of them were building or business checks. We call them patrol checks. And vehicle checks were another 131. And then pedestrian checks, which could be any kind of a pedestrian contact, were another 62. I'm sorry, 88. For arrest stats for September, we were at 90, which is kind of on par really with the rest of the months. The early months of the year tend to have less arrests just because it's cold. There's less people outside running around. So we have typically less contacts with people. But we're right at 90 for September. We issued a total of 81 citations. 79 of those were for moving traffic violations. And there was one municipal code violation and one other misdemeanor that was issued. That doesn't mean there weren't other misdemeanors, but there were probably actual arrests, physical arrests. So they're tallied different. They're tallied in the arrest statistics. So I'll look at our arrest statistics since it segues into that. We had a total of 90 arrests. 17 of those were drug arrests. 3 were DUIs. 18 were felonies. 18 were misdemeanors. And then we had 34 warrant arrests, which could have been felony or misdemeanor arrests. It doesn't break it down that far to tell us what they were as far as arrest stats go. Some notable changes, though, some good notable changes. In our Part A, our Group A offenses, we had a total of 83 group offenses for September of 25, compared with 119 in 2024. So we saw a reduction of 30% in the Group A offenses
Great.
overall from year to year.
That's great.
Yeah, so our crimes against persons, which are typically more serious crimes, our robberies, our assaults, things like that, are actually down 21% compared to last year in September. So for September of 24, we had 38 crimes against persons, and for 25, we were at 30. So we saw a reduction of 21% there. We did have an increase in crimes against society, which is typically drug violations. That's the more common of the crimes against society for this particular breakdown. And we were at 19 for 24, and we were at 24 for September of this year. Part of that, though, is due to the increased proactivity. Our CRT team has been out every day contacting people, and patrol officers have been out contacting people. So with that, the increased pedestrian stops and the increased contacts with the public, you're going to have more drug arrests because we see that's one of our most common things. So that's going to increase with the increased pedestrian stops and things like that. So good reductions there as far as the Category A stuff goes. We did see an increase in September for assaults from August. August, we had 6 aggravated assaults, and we had 10 in September. And simple assaults went from 11 to 14, so we did see an increase in the assault category. We also saw an increase in the robbery category, which went from 1 to 4 from August to September. With the robbery category, though, it's important to note, and we just had one a little bit ago, in those robbery statistics are also shopliftings, which include any kind of resistance from the suspect. So you could have something as simple as a store owner goes out and contacts somebody who stole a beer, and the person, swings at them or pulls away from them and tries to run or something like that, and it's then categorized as a robbery in California. So those stats, it's not necessarily an armed robbery or something like that that gets lumped in there. So it's important to note that distinction.
This one report that I see, it doesn't have September, just has August.
Which one do you have?
This one I'm looking at, the 2025 Crime Statistics Report.
Oh, you don't have September? I do. I can give it to you when we leave if you
Yeah.
want.
No,
I don't know why you don't have that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they finalized it after they sent it by accident.
That could be.
The one I
yeah.
have has both, so I can provide it to you before we leave if you'd like.
Right, because the group offense report says up to 8/31.
I may even have a different form than you're looking at. I have the actual chart, the breakdown chart. Is this what you have?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
it's,
I have September and October. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I have August and September.
yeah,
It was printed on September 2nd.
Ah.
yeah,
Yeah, so that's why they probably sent the old one by accident. So I'll provide that to you before I leave.
Thank you.
that would be nice. Thank you.
A couple other noteworthy things. We received a $90,000 grant from the Office of Traffic Safety. We apply for that annually to bolster our traffic enforcement and our DUI prevention, all that kind of thing. So we received $90,000 from the state. We were granted that OTS grant. That'll allow us to do DUI checkpoints, traffic details for traffic enforcement, bicycle enforcement, pedestrian, anything traffic related as far as enforcement goes. They provide overtime funding for that, so it doesn't come out of the city budget. So that's an important grant that we apply for every year,
That's
and we were
wonderful.
granted that again this year.
Great.
So we just got that approval the other day. We are starting our Explorer program again. I don't know if you guys knew that. So we're excited about that. The POA, I'm also the POA president.
Oh,
Yesterday,
great.
we ordered 36 water bottles for the new Explorers with our logo and everything on it. So they'll get those when they get issued their gear and their uniforms. So that'll be good.
Is that from Desert Hot Springs High School or?
It's actually through the police department. We're working in conjunction with the high school though, because that's where most of our people are coming from, right? But the Boy Scouts of America actually run the organization for Explorers. So we got our Explorer post number back, which is going to be 2014. And so we're having a informational night on Monday, October 13th at 5 p.m. here in the council chambers for any of the applicants that have signed up. We're looking at a pretty good turnout so far. I think we're going to be in double digits, which is good. So we have several officers who want to be advisors, so that's all kind of lining up. So we'll know more when we have that informational meeting, how many people actually show up. You get the people that are interested and then they don't show up. So we'll see what happens. But we've had a lot of people that took the time to come into the station and talk to us about it, which is encouraging because typically if they take the time to come all the way down, they're going to follow through. So hopefully that happens. We have the homecoming parade on the 17th. The parade route starts at Pearson, on Pearson, and goes from Cactus to Cholla. It starts at 3 p.m. So we're hoping people will come out and see that. We're going to have some of our equipment in there. We'll have our personnel in the parade. So that will be good. Update on the construction. You guys have probably seen the annex buildings coming along. It's interesting. They're moving faster than I anticipated. We're still looking at March from what it sounds like. But it looks like the stucco is about ready to go on. I don't know what they did today, but they've put all the chicken wire mesh up around, so it looks like they're about ready to start that. So that's coming along well. October 27th is our National Night Out. We're doing a community resource fair, which will be at it's at the Recreation and Wellness Center on Cholla. So there'll be snacks, refreshments, and then we'll have some tables set up with different displays. We'll have officers out there. We'll have CSOs and everybody out there. And so that'll be a good event. It's from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So we're hoping we'll get a good turnout there. As far as recruiting goes, we're hitting recruiting hard still. Word from the chief is, as of 2 days ago, he just gave another conditional offer, so we'll be at 35 sworn. We have several that are in the academy. We have 2 in the academy. 1 starts Tuesday, I think, in the next class. So our 2 that are in the academy now, I was there visiting last week, checking on them, and they're doing well, and they're well over halfway through. So those
Good.
guys are on the home stretch here.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, so we'll be at 35 for the first time since I've been here, so it'll be nice to have the help. So we still got field training for all of those guys. So we got 1 that just finished, Officer Levis just finished field training. So he's solo now. And then we have 4 more that are in field training still. And then we have a couple that are just waiting in the wings to get their start dates. So we're hoping to get them processed here shortly. So it'll be nice when we're at 35 actually deployed.
Absolutely.
It'll make a huge difference. So with that, I'll close, but I have room for any questions. Anybody has any?
I have one. How many cars do we have?
We just received 3 new ones. I think we have about 14 or so in rotation.
Okay.
They're assigned to, the supervisors all drive single-man cars, so those cars are assigned to the supervisors individually, and then everybody else usually has 1, maybe 2 people driving them. Keep in mind that 35 number includes the people that are not quite on their own yet, and that includes the admin staff, detectives, and everybody in the kind of the support sworn roles like the SRO, CRT. And so they're not assigned patrol units per se. So we have, I think, about 14 units that are actually fielded, marked patrol units that are fielded. A couple of those go down for maintenance, and then we'll have, people will triple up in cars. So we'll have, or double up at least. We'll have 1 person on each side of the week on either day shift or night shift assigned to the car. And then on the off chance that another car is down and we need to, we'll have, it'll run for both shifts on one side of the week to fit that 3rd person in there to use the car. But that's usually short-lived because we get cars back pretty quick.
Wow.
So,
Thank
but we
you.
have 3 brand new ones that have just got out there on the street.
Wonderful.
Yep.
I have one more question. The Friday night thing where you have the food trucks and whatever?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been down there, but I haven't really noticed that it's happening again.
Yeah, they canceled the food truck Fridays that were out here, right
Yeah.
out in front of City Hall.
Yes.
But they're gonna be starting, I think it starts in 2 weeks? Okay, so yeah, in 2 weeks, they'll start the new one down on Pearson by the Spread Sandwich Shop.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be the new one. I think
Oh.
they're still working out the renovations for that lot right there. And then
Oh.
they'll be having food and music and all that kind of thing there. So we'll be attending that also. We'll have officers assigned to that. I'll be at a few of those. So that starts in 2 weeks.
Oh,
Yep.
Do you have problems with that? People stealing food or whatever?
We haven't had any problems down here when we did the
Oh,
food truck
good.
Friday out front.
That's good.
We always had an officer there, but there was never any problem. I think part of the issue with that was the weather is heavily dependent, the program is heavily dependent on the weather. When it's really windy and when it's really hot, you're not getting a lot of people out there. So everybody sets up and then they don't get the turnout.
Correct.
But now with the weather moderating a little bit, it should get, I presume, a better turnout at the new event.
Good. Any other questions?
The only problem I have seen with that event is the wind.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Yes,
it
yeah.
pushes the tents around.
I don't have a question, but I have a comment. I
Sure.
just wanted to, on the National Night Out, we already have 14 vendors
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
signed up.
Oh,
So
good.
we will have United Way. We're going to have somebody providing COVID vaccines
Okay.
and the flu vaccines. So they're all information booths that we're going to have that
Oh,
day.
good.
Okay,
So
good.
We're
Good to know.
excited, so.
Yeah, very good.
I was just going to say, glad to hear Levis is out there because he was one of my academy recruits.
Oh, was he?
So, yep.
Yeah, he's
And,
out there. He's doing
yeah,
well. He's on my
so
shift right
is
now.
Camacho out?
Camacho's in the academy.
Still in the academy,
Yeah.
okay.
They finish January.
Okay, yeah.
Him and Ruiz.
Yeah, they're both mine. So I just wanted to say that we participated, the college did, in the RCOE Expo, Fire Expo down in Indio yesterday, and they brought out like 500 plus students, and DHS High School sent like 50 or 60 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were very well represented down there by Mr. Rees and the DHS Public Safety
Wonderful.
Academy down there.
Oh,
They
good.
did a great job.
Yeah.
And so hopefully more young people are you know, whether they end up as firemen or policemen or,
Yeah.
you know, EMT paramedics, we need them all, so.
Very
So I did have a question about the traffic collisions, though. I mean, 62, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe I'm just misreading the number. Is it, or, you know, is there a breakdown as to what injury versus non-injury? Are a lot of them non-injuries? Or,
Most
you
of
know,
them are non-injury.
1182s.
1182s, yeah. Most of them are non-injury or minor injury, 1181s, yeah.
Okay.
So we're actually, I don't have the stats in front of me. However, I'm also the major accident investigation team sergeant, so I am in charge of all of our fatal and major injury traffic collision investigations. I oversee the unit. So our fatals are down, I think, this year from last year. Last year, we got hammered, especially toward the end of the year. This year, we're down, I believe. I'd have to look at the stats to give you a solid number, but it's anecdotal at this point, but I believe we're down in major injury collisions. The 1182s, they get, a lot of those are dispoed without us even getting to those calls, because somebody will call and say, hey, I got into a fender bender in the McDonald's parking lot, and what do we do? And dispatch will say, okay, exchange information, take pictures of each other's cars, and then you're gonna file a report with the insurance company. But dispatch creates a call for a minor injury collision, and then they give all the information over the phone and they close it out and we don't respond to it. However, it's a call for service and it goes in as a traffic collision, even if it doesn't get a response from us. So a percentage of those 62 collisions are going to be those type of crashes. So, I mean, I don't have a solid number on how many we responded to out of the 62, but a lot of them are not going to be actual crashes that we responded to. Of the ones that we responded to, a lot of them are going to be the minor fender benders that occurred at a red light. And we come and we help them exchange information and they leave, or we do a minor collision report. So the vast majority of those 62 are going to be minor collisions altogether.
Okay, and you guys are tracking the PCFs and everything, right?
Correct, yeah, our Crossroads software tracks all of
Oh,
that.
perfect, Crossroads, that's
Yep.
the best. So I'm just wondering, once you get all up to speed and we get everybody off of training and stuff, is that gonna be like is there gonna be a plan to field a traffic unit?
I know the chief, his plan is to put a full-time traffic unit back out there. Corporal McGuire is assigned to traffic. However, he's also an FTO, and so he's
Yeah,
been
he's
saddled with training duties because we've had so many trainees. So once we get people out on the street, as you said, once we get people deployed, I think the chief's focus is to get another full-time traffic person out there. I believe he wants to field a second motorcycle at some point, so that we have the equipment, we just need the trained riders to be out there, and that course is rigorous, and so we're looking for somebody internally who is ready to go to that training and be out there to be a full-time traffic person, so we would have two. I think that's ultimately his goal, and I'm presuming a little bit on the chief's behalf, but I believe that's what his plan is.
Okay, great, thank you, sir.
Sure.
Just one quick question for maybe for both of you guys. I know the government shutdown, has that taken any effect to you guys' services or anything at all?
Not for us.
Okay,
No.
good,
We're
good to hear.
24/7. There's no shutdown for us.
Good to hear.
Yeah, and then I had just one question. The portable camera systems that are like in the Stater Brothers and Vaughn shopping centers, are those monitored live or are those just recording?
Those are not ours.
Oh, okay.
First off. However,
Yeah, we don't
with that
have
said, I recently went to grant writing school, and so I'm exploring a grant that would buy us one of those, essentially, so that we could deploy that to an area where we had, issues with, break-ins or, whatever we needed to deploy it for. So I'm looking into that. Those are not owned by us, and those are scattered all over the city as well. There's construction sites that rent them. There are some that are live, though, because I've responded to calls where a live security person's watching a camera and they call about a suspicious vehicle, and we show up and they're there. So there are live feed cameras. I don't know that those ones are live, and I don't recall hearing any calls for service generated by somebody live watching those particular ones. However, we have responded to construction sites that were live monitored.
Okay, thank you.
I recall years ago that the police department had the system where they had, 20 TVs and cameras all over the city, and then it stopped because...
Yes, so there's still hardware mounted in certain areas of the city.
Okay.
I would like to see us get back to that.
Yeah,
but
that was wonderful.
Yeah, that would have to be something with the chief's office in coordination with the city council, I think, to get that. We do have, obviously, the cameras at City Hall, and we have cameras at the police station. And so we do have cameras that we can access. but I'm not sure what the plan is right now for any additions to camera systems.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
And we just keep safe. And I notice that I do not notice that I notice, you know what I mean? I know, and homeless people wandering and everything. You're doing a great job on whatever is happening.
Yeah, they're out there. CRT is trying their best with swag and with code to either get placement for people. People that are breaking the law and they're homeless are still going to get arrested. You break the law, you're going to get arrested. It is what it
Okay.
is. So they're trying to handle the process as best they can, but some people don't want the help, and so we try to partner with swag and we try to partner with code to try to figure something out in the meantime. But it's going to be a constant battle everywhere.
Does the city manager, Doria, still monitor all of that? She did a wonderful, presentation before. I wonder if we could have her come back. Can you ask Doria if she'd like to come speak next time with regard to the homeless? And
Yeah, I think between
Okay.
Christina and Doria, yeah, they still have a pretty
okay.
good handle on it, yeah.
yeah, it's been wonderful. Thank
I know
you.
they're in weekly meetings with our CRT people and I think code.
Okay.
The CRT, me and Carranza Carranza runs that mostly, but it's going to be me and Carranza will have most of that information. We do update Christina and Doria every week,
Oh,
so
okay.
they know what's going on.
All right, thank you. Anyone else? Again, stay safe.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, here we are at the commissioner reports. Who would like to be first on the left of me?
Yeah, I don't have too much. I just, I think a lot of the concerns I do see right now in the city are from the rain and the potholes in various points of the streets. I'm not sure if there's a plan of action for that, and I know we're getting a little more rain soon too, I think.
That's what it says, but.
Yeah. But I do notice a lot
Yeah,
more
I don't see
pothole
anything.
situations going on
Yeah.
with the streets. But I don't know if that's something we could put on
Our
topic for
last
next.
rainfall, did lots of places get flooded?
Yeah, I seen a
Really?
lot. There was a lot, yeah, a lot of video footage.
And my
Yeah.
neighbor got
Oh, it was so quick, too. Yeah.
There's certain streets that seem to be prone every time, and it doesn't take long. It takes, 15, 20 minutes of rain and it's flooded.
Yes,
So, yeah,
that's
it
all it takes.
doesn't take much.
Can you still get sandbags from
Yes,
the fire department, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Is that
That's
it?
all for me. Yep.
Thank you. Mr. Vice Chairman?
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Charles.
We'll never forget you.
The best part about being the vice is knowing Donna's going to be here every month, so it's a piece of cake. So I just wanted to comment, I was looking at the fire stats, and, I mean, we're still running 400 calls a month, medical aid. So I just go back to the thing of the work that we did many years ago. Donna and Kent were just awesome on that. They were the subgroup who did it.
Right.
But to get that medic squad, I can't imagine Engine 37 running 1,200 calls. All those calls are like, what is it, 400, 500 calls a
Yeah.
month
Without
by
the-
itself. It's, yeah, well,
It
but
was amazing.
what most people don't understand is that when Engine 37 would going to call and the paramedic would be treating somebody, if the paramedic was required to continue that treatment in the ambulance, the engine had to leave the city and follow them all the way down to the hospital, and then pick up the firefighter and bring them back. And by having the medic squad, we've really it was just an awesome thing that the fire department did for us putting that together. So I'm just really happy to see that. Reference those cameras, I mean, maybe that's a project that we could, or something that Chief Shaw or his team could maybe bring a presentation to us as to what they're looking at and what it would cost. I mean, our job is budgeting, helping with budget, so maybe we could maybe look at that. And I mean, the city council doesn't have to pay for it. They can say, well, we don't have the money right now, but at least we would have a plan in a file or something, and say, hey, all of a sudden the city comes up with some money and says, hey, what do you guys think would be a good expenditure, maybe one-time funds or something, and we could say, well, we know the police department's looking at this camera system, and, so I'm one of those people I like to plan ahead and put plans in place, so if all of a sudden money shows up, instead of everyone sitting there going, what should we do with that money? We're like, we already know, maybe we need, we need another animal control truck. right, or something like that, you know? So it's one of those things that maybe you could talk to the chief and see if he's, you know.
We've been exploring some options kind of on
Yeah,
the side.
or when you're
James.
ready, have him bring
Yeah.
it to us and we can
I
kind of
was just
maybe.
going to say that, can we agendize something where he can tell us where we're at, or you can tell us?
Sure.
So if there's anything that we can do as a
Yeah, I think that'd
together
be cool.
type thing, we would
Yeah, I'll
love
get
to
with the
be
chief
involved.
and we'll put something
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, on his time frame, not.
Got it.
Yeah. I know he's busy. So other than that, thank you for your faith in me to be the vice chair. I appreciate that. So I'll try not to let you down, and as long as Donna's here, I'll be happy, so.
That makes me feel good.
So Donna, you better
However,
miss any meeting.
I know. And then to the extreme right.
I just want to back up with what Donna had said. You know, the saying is proof is in the pudding. And for Desert Hot Springs to have just a sole homicide for the entire year thus far is incredible.
Absolutely.
Acclimate to what you guys have done overall. I know we used to lead the way, and that's not one of those categories that you ever want to lead in. So we all know that the sergeants are the ones that actually do all the hard work. No, it's true in the military also. But just if you could take back to Chief Shaw that we do appreciate and we do actually see everything that's transpiring.
I will. Thank you.
Myrna?
So I just wanted to mention the event again. I want to make sure that, you guys are there, please.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's on the 27th of October from 6 to 9 p.m. And the police department will be cooking, so they'll be feeding us. And we hope to have a lot of agencies to educate our community. So thank you.
The time again was?
6 to 9 p.m.
Okay, is that it? Thank you. Well, I've been talking in between everywhere, so I'm pretty much done. I'm just happy with everyone. I just sit here and all the time I think back when I came to Desert Hot Springs at the beautiful age of 19 and what has happened, and I'm really happy with everything. The only problem we always have is that we're not really a thoroughfare. That's why we don't see all the buildings and the stores and the whatever. I wish we could come up with something, I have an idea, but I heard it was approached once. I would like to see an observatory. We have hills. I don't know, I'm always turned around. We have hills somewhere where it would be wonderful. Has no one ever seen an observatory, looking at the stars and all the things? I think it's great. And I approached someone, and he said, they talked about it once before and they didn't want it. Now, who is they? I would like to put something in force, or to at least request, and with someone behind me as well, to get that happening. It's still going to happen. I'd like to see it happen before I go in the next 20 years. Dear God. But everything that you say tonight is wonderful. It's always better than the last month. Even if it's one or two incidents or calls or whatever, it's always better than the month before. And I'm very happy to be here and understand that, and thank all of you for all that you do. Thank you. I guess we're done. This isn't right.
Do you want, I can give you guys the working copies of these updated ones that
Sure.
I have. I can pass them up to you and you guys can do what you want with them. Or
Sure.
if you'd like, I can have the chief or somebody or myself email you guys all copies. It's up to you. But I'm happy to, I don't need these.
What's
I have it in my email.
easier?
Email them to us.
Yeah,
Okay.
email is always fine for me.
Do you guys have a set email for the group of you?
Yes.
Can you forward it to me?
I'd appreciate that very much, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think we try to avoid the group emails for the Brown Act, so.
Got it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Good old Brown Act.
And he'll send it to each one of us individually.
I think we're done? Oh, my gosh, what time is it? 6:40, and I adjourn this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.